Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the garage. So tonight we're going to be putting our head in. My original plan for this evening was just to get the head in, which putting the exhaust manifold on and cleaning the exhaust manifold up, putting the turbo housing on, took me longer than expected. But anyhow, I was originally just planning on getting the head in tonight because I was supposed to go to a concert. Charlie Daniels Band. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him. I would hope you did. He does both kinds of music, country and western.
Oh, we got both kinds. We got country and western.
But apparently Mr. Daniels has gotten ill and the concert has been postponed. So anyway, we'll get a little bit more done on our head tonight. I'm kind of hoping that we can get it all torqued. I'm sure I'll be wore out after we get it torqued down. But like I said, I got the stainless diesel exhaust manifold on and bolted down. The gaskets I used were this BD Diesel T4 kit. So I got that all bolted and snugged up, and the exhaust housing on the turbo, because when we came out of the truck, we had plenty of room, so I figured I could tighten everything up while I can get to it, so I had to add a strap to level it out a bit. Our paint job came out pretty good. I'm very happy with it. The other thing, I did wire wheel, and I did wear safety glasses for everybody who commented the last time I didn't. But as you can see, I wire wheeled the top half of the stainless diesel manifold, and you're not going to be able to see because the light's bad, but even though they're stainless, they get kind of corroded and discolored and all that. So anytime I got it out, I at least do the top half here to make it look half decent for a little while. But if you're looking at the stainless diesel exhaust manifolds, and like they have the polished option, which I think it's like $100, which is fairly cheap to do that. Just remember, you're gonna have to keep up on it. It's not gonna stay that way, and even with just the normal manifold itself, it's not gonna stay looking like that the entire time you're running the truck. Now, if it's something you're gonna show or you're into that kind of stuff, okay. Me, I just like to run it. So the head is actually prepped. The only thing left to do is take the tape off here. I'll probably blow it off with the air compressor afterwards, or when we're ready to put it in, I should say. But first, we're going to turn our attention to the engine compartment here. Today, I made up a new coolant pipe here, so we won't be returning coolant back to the head, which is I guess it used to go to the EGR, if I remember right. But I basically made my own version of the source piping, which is right here. So I just cut it, capped it off, put a stud on there, and then we'll have to make a bracket for that. And that'll eliminate this kind of mess that's been hanging out up top here. So I'll get that out while I have room and put the new one in that I just made up. And that'll just clean everything up here. I'll get rid of the saran wrap, wipe everything down, vacuum out all the cylinders, and then we'll be ready to put our head gasket on and all that. And we'll just see where we get tonight. I'm not going to rush our O-rings, or not O-rings, our banjo bolt washers or seals. They're supposed to be here tomorrow, so we're not going to get any of that fuel stuff in, and I'm not rushing. I just want to get it, hopefully done by the end of the weekend. Just going to take our time. We're dealing with school nights here, so I'm not going to be staying up all night to get this done because Moby Dick's still running good and sounding good thanks to our little muffler thing last night. So I'm going to get to doing that. We'll set the head in and then get to putting our ARP 2000s in and bolting this sucker down. so the head's down. I definitely struggled a little bit, and it was because I was a little bit of my own worst enemy. So I couldn't get, for whatever reason, the thing kept cocking. I couldn't get it. Was trying to get the studs. What the fuck? I just couldn't understand. Well, I'll give you one guess what the problem was. Well, the exhaust housing of the turbo started sitting on the downpipe, and that was holding this side of the head up, and I was so focused on, here, I just completely overlooked this. So the head's down. We'll get everything cleaned up, vacuum it all out again, just, in case there's anything that fell in it. And then we will get our ARP 2000s all started. Now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 longer ones. They will go outside the valve cover area here. The rest will go under here with the valve springs. So we'll get those all started, lubed up, start torquing them, and yeah, see how far we get. Definitely it was nice having the come-alongs to be able to adjust it. But another thing, and I guess you can't really tell, I had the head level. Well, the motor, engine, whatever, doesn't exactly sit level, so that was another thing. I was trying to get the studs started so that way before I actually made contact with the gasket, I could try and get it to come down as even as possible. But I did set it down once and pick it back up just to check to make sure our gasket was in the proper location. There are 2 dowels, which I should have showed you earlier. One's back here and one is up here to make sure the head, the gasket, are all centered to the block. So a little bit of a pain in the ass doing it. Good thing that we didn't have our fan shroud in. We definitely need the extra room. We did rub a little bit on our pulley area here, but that's no big deal. So the hard part, well, the hard part's really actually the torquing, but the major weight of the job, well, that's in. I got most of the nuts and washers on. As you can see back here, there is one stud without a nut on it. Well, that's where things went to shit. You see all this crap over here? It's in there somewhere. Planned on torquing this thing down, but I dropped the nut, and I can't find this son of a bitch anywhere. I've looked for like an hour. I'm irritated. This is fucking pissing me the fuck off. Drop that one nut there at the end, and if you work on your own vehicle, which I'm sure most of you do, you fucking listen and alright, it hit the ground. No, it bounced off a couple things. I can't find the son of a bitch. I've been up and down the fucking thing, like I said, for an hour, if not more. So, that's a showstopper. We're done for the night. I gotta find that fucking thing. Otherwise, I gotta get another one. God damn, I don't know how long that'll fucking take. So, needless to say, if you don't see me or Caitlyn for a while, I probably just put the front wheels on it, rolled it outside, and lit the fucking thing on fire. But yeah, so that's it for tonight in the garage. Fuck.